Okay. Um, oh my gosh. So I am still so excited and pumped about everything that we learned over the weekend at Phoenix. And I'm already missing the palm trees and the Phoenix weather. It was raining here today, like all day. So I'm missing that. But I'm going to quickly share what I'm going to mute. If everyone can mute themselves, I'm just getting a little bit of feedback. So what we're going to do, I'm going to share my thoughts about boot camp and specifically on the leadership night on Friday night. And then I'm going to have Samantha and Stephanie talk about their experience, what they gained from it, maybe their ahas, something that hit home with them. And it was just, it's everything that I needed. It was, it's like going to church, or it's like seeing your friends. The more that you go without, the more you kind of start to forget the awesome feeling that you have around. And so the more often that you can be part of events, whether it's the corporate calls every week, or it's one team, one missions, or boot camps, or conference, anything that you can get to, it's going to continue to keep your fire lit, and you're going to just continue running with your business instead of having it kind of deflate you if you've been missing those events. So, Catherine, you were missed. We missed you. You were there at conference and you felt how amazing that was. This was just as awesome. And it was just great to be with the girls, to have those sleepovers and to go to dinner and to talk and just to experience that whole event with everybody. So some things that I wrote down, I took tons and tons of notes, and that was just from Friday night. And what I loved about it was anyone that was diamond or above got to sit with listening to Mark Pentecost. And Sam and I sat on the second row. And in front of us was the corporate team. Right in front of us was Joel and Stephanie Dunn, Cammie Dempsey. I know. Mark was supposed to be sitting there, but he was on stage. Pam Souter, like they were all sitting right in front of us. And it was just really cool to see them more on a personal level instead of like a corporate level. And Mark just sat on the chair and just sat there talking to us heart to heart, really wanting us to, hang on, someone else is trying to get on. Sorry. Okay. So what I loved about it was he was sitting there wanting to teach us how to be better leaders and how to be successful. And they had a death in the family. A nephew had just recently passed away. And he showed up for this event just to be there Friday night, and that night to get on an airplane and to be back in like Michigan or somewhere at 4 a.m. on Saturday, and the funeral was at 11 o'clock. Like he made a point to be there. And that shows me, what are we doing with our business? Are we making excuses, or are we making it happen no matter what? And so I wrote down a bunch of things, and what he said was, if your business isn't growing, it's dying. And things can't grow when they're being stagnant. They can't grow if you're not adding new distributors and new customers to your team. And you will get what you put into it. You will get out of this business whatever you're putting into it. And so what are we putting into it? Now, if you're putting your heart and soul into it now, and you're messaging and you're spending hours, engaging and following up and posting and personal development, you're going to see that eventually come. You're going to see the success come. But if we're not spending any time for our business, we're being very casual with our posts, not engaging, not doing any personal development, then it's going to hurt our business. But this is your career, so treat it like one. Now, how would you treat a career versus a hobby? And a hobby, you work on it when you have some spare time. And it kind of takes a long time to get that hobby done. But a career, you have expectations and you have goals and you have follow-ups, you have meetings, you have, maybe you have to clock in, clock out. Like there's expectations with a career. One thing, let's see. He said, we each have our own story. And you might not know what that is right now, but maybe you're creating your story now. Maybe your story is about how long it took you to get from A to B. Maybe your story is your personal growth with this business. Maybe you don't have that profound story like everyone else. They were standing in food lines or bankruptcy or, whatever. You don't have to have that huge story to come to It Works, but maybe you're creating that now. But everyone has a story. And maybe your story is just sharing what you're passionate about in life besides It Works. Maybe you're here to inspire others. Maybe you're here to share what your dreams are and help people see that their dreams are of value as well. But are you hungry? And do you have that fire? Like, are you hungry? We were talking with Catherine before we started this Zoom, and she was sharing with how many lives that she has, how many, or her wrap parties, online demos, how many she's doing. And Samantha, she's doing weekly parties as well. Like, are you hungry to make this work? But we need to improve our skill set. Make a plan. If you get in an airplane, the pilot has a map and has a plan. Is your team trusting you as the pilot? Do you know where you're going? Do you have that plan, or are you just winging it? So as the pilot of your team, know where you're going. So I want you to sit and think for a minute, like, what's your number? What is the number that makes you a little scared, but super giddy inside of how much you want to make per month? And for me, that number is 32,000, which is equal to that average for being ambassador. So what will that check feel like? I want you to sit and think a minute, envisioning that check being deposited into your bank account. What does that feel like to see that in your account? And I want you to think about that and think, you're working towards that. Are your efforts equal to what that money should be? Do you deserve that? And Catherine, did you shake your head no? Or like, and I want to say, because everything's topsy-turvy with my life right now, that's not, but I need to make it a priority. My excuses are, now I'm a single mom, and now, I'm moving and things are crazy. But we make priority for what's important in our life. So is this business important? Yes, it is. So we should make time for that. So Kimberly, I forget her last name, but she's a new ambassador. But she just said, make the decision and mean it. Are you always saying, okay, I'm going diamond, and then you don't do it? Make the decision and then mean it and do it. Let's see. Oh, Taz is wanting to hop on. Okay. And that's kind of a big deal. It's like, are you ready? Are you really ready to commit to this to this goal and do whatever's necessary today. And even if you don't feel like it, do it anyway. So gather, commit, become a leader, get your countdown numbers, commit, don't quit. And what does that look like? Like, what does it look like to commit and don't quit? Thinking ahead, what if I'm too tired? What if I'm too busy? What if my day is crazy? So how can you avoid that? Can we plan ahead tonight and say, this is what my day is tomorrow. I know exactly what my day is tomorrow, and I'm going to put this as one of my to-do items. She talked about the countdown numbers, and the countdown number means if you are going towards diamond, let's see, I saved it. I think I saved it in my phone. It's really good. Maybe I didn't. Oh, I did. Okay. So countdown number means you want to get to diamond. So you need to have an emerald and you need to have a ruby. And underneath that emerald, you have to have 2 rubies. So you have a stack of sticky notes that shows, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. So this shows that she needs a double that needs 9 distributors, and she has a double that needs 45, or she has a triple that needs 12. And so you have these sticky notes that you peel off as they enroll distributors. And so you're starting the countdown for each person, and they're getting excited. And so if you need 3 rubies, then you have, and they don't have anybody on their team, then maybe they each have 5 sticky notes, and you, as soon as they enroll a distributor, you peel one off, and now it's down to 4 for one person, or maybe someone enrolled 2 of them, so now they're down to 3. And it's a great way to create that momentum with your team. Leaders are readers. We get really good at personal development, and then we stop doing it because we're super comfortable or we just got super busy. Take the time to do personal development. Read or listen to personal development every single day. 10 minutes will go a very, very long way. So for me, while I was sitting there, I was listening, and I'm like, for me, my visual is I want to sit on the white couch. That means I have something to offer. I have some advice that people want to hear, and they're going to interview me at conference or boot camp. So I started searching on Amazon for little tiny doll-sized white couches to put on a bookcase. That's important to me. So what's important to you, and what can you have as a reminder for your office of something that you're working towards? What I loved about Mark was that night he was calling everybody by name. He was looking out in the audience, and he would say, "Oh my gosh, Ashley and Thomas Hughes, you're here with your baby. How's your baby?" And then he would call out, "Jen Keller, oh my goodness, how are you? It's so good to see you guys here." And he was calling people by name. That doesn't happen, my friends. He is such an amazing CEO, leader, boss, whatever you want to call him. He's amazing. And it was even more so watching him with this personal level, talking to people. He truly does care about everybody. God can show you if you wait on him. Listen and have faith. And this is still with, this is, we have a new field development representative where she's going to be out in the field helping things go a little bit smoother. She used to be in network marketing, and for a long time. She used to be an ambassador in her old network marketing company. And she woke up one day and the corporate was closed. She no longer had a check. Everything was shut down. And she said, the grass is not greener elsewhere. She has been elsewhere. And if you want to grow your business, you have to grow your mindset. You've got to up your bar, up your game. You've got to increase that. She suggested the book called Chase the Lion. Recognize and encourage more. Do not overthink, but just be bold. You've got to realize that you are changing the trajectory of your family. That is powerful. You are changing the trajectory of your family. Is that important to you? It's important to me. So I'm glad we're doing this meeting because I'm kicking myself in the butt for not doing much today with my business. Fear is a reaction. Courage is an action. So fear is a reaction. Usually it's false, but courage is an action. It takes courage to stop living in fear and to start acting. So let's be more courageous. You have to be intentional. I put that in bold. You have to be intentional. It will not happen by accident. And you need to become the influence. If you want to influence your team, you need to become the influence. And don't try to lean on someone else to influence your team. You find out how you can influence them. So just focus on Ruby. They focused on Ruby. They talked about that. Just focus on Ruby. Do the steps of success, but take it seriously. Leave your team better than what you found them. And remember that you have influence. So are you ready to do something about it? And are you ready to reach higher? Mark was recognized by the direct sales committee or convention, and he talked about there was a lot of companies that are kind of that are popular right now that were not there. They were not honored. They were not recognized in this direct sales convention. And our CEO was honored and given an award at this convention. And other people got awards, and they got up and they boasted, bragged, said how they were better than other people, compared themselves to other people. And Mark got up there and he was humble and he shared a few secrets. And he said, let's get into a huddle and let's remember that this is about relationships. And he didn't talk about that. Cammie, his daughter, recognized, saying, you know what? My dad had an opportunity to tout and be boastful and be proud of his efforts, but instead he was very humble, and he was an example to the other people that were there. And it just made me so it just gave me a nice warm feeling that we are in the right place. We really are. And we take it for granted so many times. This can become your absolute miracle, and it will change the trajectory of your family if you put in the effort and allow it and have faith with it. Okay, Sam, do you want to share any thoughts that you had Friday night and any thoughts for Saturday?
Yeah, so I'll probably accidentally repeat something.
No, don't. Yeah, it's fine.
Sorry. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to do it. So Mark said we're not a number. So he was kind of talking about, well, not kind of, he was talking about how we're always super obsessed with the top 100 or top 10 or top 50, you know, like that's always our goal. But he said, like, that's not our number. And then to also think about, I don't know if this was said then, but that just reminded me of, to also think about people aren't a number. When you stop thinking about 30 distributors, I just need 30 distributors, and start thinking more like I need changing 30 lives, that's when you're going to be most successful. Oh, you get in what you put into it. Where you are isn't a destination, it's a step along the way. Sorry, I know she said this, but it really hit me hard when I think it was Pam said, this is your career. Like, I never, ever thought of it as a career until she said that. Like, I did. I knew it was my lifelong thing, but then she said career, and it, like, hit me hard kind of thing. So, make a plan. It's a decision, and commit. If you want to grow your business, you have to grow your mantra up the bar. Basically, leaders are readers, personal development. So we are not most people. Same thing. We're not most companies. Okay, so this one kind of hit me hard too. It says, getting here doesn't mean a one-hit wonder. It's maintaining. So when you get to diamond, it's not just get to diamond, it's maintain diamond after that. Continue to get diamond, or whatever your goal is. Hesitation is the enemy, and overthinking kills confidence. Confidence is the willing to try, and continuing to do it feels good. Don't go by the feeling, just act. And the key is to make your cold market warm. So relationships, building relationships. Another thing they talked about is how you could get your cold market warm. So if you're at football games or whatever, like for your kids, you would just be like, hey, just got an order. Sorry, that was a text message saying I wanted to order something. So I was trying to read it. Anyways, so if you're like at a football game, you just say, hey, I got some really cool pictures of all the boys. Like, hey, moms, add me on Facebook, and like pass your phone around or whatever. So I'm excited for that one. Like, Jax is starting soccer, so I'll make sure I'll take lots of pictures of everyone else's kids. And then, okay, sorry. Oh, so he had a chart. I don't have it with me. So it said 1/3 was building new, 1/3 was supporting your leaders. So who are you giving your time to, and who are your top 10? If you don't have top 10, like who are your top 5 or top 3, whatever you have, top 1. You just signed your first distributor. And the third, so like this is a circle of what your time's supposed to be. The third is leadership development. Colette's holding it up so you can see. So that kind of helped me, because if 1/3 of your time is supposed to be leadership development, that means that we should be reading a lot more than 10 minutes or 20 minutes of a book each day. I'm going to continue to, I like get Audible books, and I just listen to them over and over again all day long. I don't listen to the radio in my car anymore. I actually just listen to Audible books, like leadership books. So now I'll be doing that more. Be careful with your influence, the top 5 people who you hang out with. If you divide their paychecks, that's usually what you're going to be making. So I need some new friends. Not you, Colette. Just kidding. No, for real though. Not you. You're my, you have to stay, because if I get 1/5 of your paycheck, I'll take it. Focus on rubies. She already said that. Ask them for their why. Okay, I've been doing this a lot today, and it helps so much. Just a second. I want to redo this message, because maybe Colette won't think I nailed it as much as I thought I did, but I think I did pretty awesome on it. So I asked this girl, I said, what makes you interested in some more info? Because she commented on my business post, and she said, oh, I said, do you want more info? She said, yes. I said, what interests you in making more content? She said, well, honestly, I'm driving my car from high school. I want to save up for a new house, and I'd love to travel. So I said, okay, I love your goals. Those are amazing goals. I'd love to help you work towards your first place, your dream car, and traveling around the world. I actually bought my car as one of those bonuses earned. So I like turned it and like put it right back to what she exactly said. Anyway, so like I asked her, she told me, and then I related that. But that way, one, you have their why, so when they sign up, if they're having a rough day, you can relate back to that and say, hey, this is why you're doing it. You want a new house. But then it also helps you sign them up because you can relate why they're joining to what they want. Wherever you are is right now, just go. They were just saying it's no matter how long you've been in a rank or if you're stuck, just go. Just figure it out and just go forward. Am I taking too much time, Colette? Okay, because I have like 7 pages of notes, so I'm trying to let go. I'm only on like the second one, so. Oh, my favorite thing that was said, and it literally helped me post today. If you were paid $10,000 per post, what would you post? Everything you do, you should be acting like you are getting paid $10,000 to do so. So every post you make, you should be thinking, is this the $10,000 post? Is this, is this going to make me $10,000, whatever? So it might take your post a little bit longer to make, but that's how you're going to start ranking up kind of thing. Host events, which we can't yet tell you're triple, but when you host events, parties, that counts as parties one-on-one. Stephanie and I are doing 2 a week every week. And this is a business, not a hobby, so act like it. Get over yourself. Pam did a whole thing on getting over yourself, and it sounds a little bit more harsh than it is, but basically whatever your fear is holding you back, get over yourself. Like, you joined for a reason, get over it and move forward. Like, does that make sense? Okay. Oh, yeah, she said, are you ready to do something about it? So whatever you're scared about, like, are you ready to do something are you ready to do something about it? Mark is challenging me to hit the next level. He challenged every single one of us to hit the next level. So whatever our next level is, to hit it. And it was kind of cool, like Colette said. He literally was like pointing out people, but he took the time to like look at each section of the room when he said that, which was really cool. And they said, like, we don't do this business, we get to do this business. It is a privilege. Well, yeah, I consider it a privilege to do this business. Okay. Oh, so this was like the next day. So that was all the leadership training. So the next day, one thing they said was, I'm sure everyone does this already, or maybe not, but when I'm like getting customers information, they're ready to order, I say, awesome, I got 2 steps. Like, I can get your information and put it in for you, or I can give you the link. What's easiest for you? So there's 2 options. Most of the time they're going to say, I'll just give you my information. And then at the end, you can say, hey, especially if they're ordering wraps, you can say, hey, just in case you're looking for some extra income, it's only $40 more to be a distributor. That's how Sherry Lynn something signed up, was because her girl said that.
It was Sherilyn Alcala.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah.
And Pam says, she keeps it real. She says, do you want to get, when she asks people, do you want to get skinny, or do you want to get skinny and make money? So I thought that was funny. When they are inviting people to parties, they let them know, like, or people to host parties, they say, all you need is water and people, and I'll do the rest. Like, you make it super simple for them, and a lot more people are going to want to do that. Don't overcomplicate it. My gosh. Keep a weekly party. Keep them on, or get them on social media. So when you're blitzing, get them on social media or get their numbers. So 5 steps to close was, 1, invite them for the opportunity. If they don't want the opportunity, ask them to try a product. If they don't want the product, ask them to try a wrap. If they don't want the wrap or don't want to pay for the wrap, ask them if they want a wrap for free. Obviously, that would be a party. If they turn down all of those, then ask them for referrals. Compensation plan. This is it was kind of cool. I didn't know that, but it's a willable business, which means you can put this in your will for your kids for later on. I thought that was really cool. And they said the word career a lot. People can't relate to big money, but they can relate to Rap Cash. So tell them what your Rap Cash is doing. Posting is not asking. You have to be asking, blitzing, messaging. And then your auto ship was kind of cool. So it's actually against the law, like a law for network marketing, to not have an auto shipment or the 150, because product has to be moved for it to be legal. And that's why we have an auto shipment, which I never knew, so I never thought of it that way. So I will definitely be using that when people complain about the auto shipment, I guess. I'll be explaining that better.
Because that's more like the pyramid schemes that when there's an exchange of product, pyramid schemes, they're not offering any product at all. And so that's fun.
That makes more sense. Sorry. Someone said, you are all Ambassador Diamond. And Mark kept saying at the night, on that night, I want you all to join me at the top because the bottom's too crowded. So that was kind of fun when he kept saying, he kept saying it a lot. So blitzing, don't say anything that is not on the card. Keep it super simple. Men can blitz too. Live and breathe the blitz. Basically, blitz everywhere you go. Just be able to do it. And then Joel Dunn said, within 7 people of you, so if someone's standing within 7 feet of you, they should know what you do. So you should be blitzing them if they're within 7 feet of you. A great way to blitz is like your husband or boyfriends or whatever taking the energy drink to work. It's a great way to blitz. And then, and then they can tell their husband or their coworkers or their husbands. Your husbands can tell their friends at work, like, yeah, my wife's doing this thing. It's a great way to make some extra money without more hours, like per minute work. Catherine, what did you want me to say slower? Sorry, I didn't see that. Yeah. Sorry, I go fast. Let's try and think. Okay.
So the breakdown that you had said earlier, I was trying to write it down, but the like if they don't want while you're signing, tell them about the business opportunity. If they don't want the product, tell them about something.
I'll type it in the comments.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so they aren't all strangers. They're potential friends, which I thought was kind of fun. So you don't think of people when you're blitzing them as strangers. Think of them as potential friends. And your nudity checklist, they had your why, don't wait for the kit, download Wire, log into eSuite, auto shipment and trading, purchase It Works gear, create a hundreds list, and memory jogger, and steps to success, schedule a launch party, and announce on social media, and get to an event. That was pretty much what I had. Oh, I did have one more thing. So I thought this was really cool, and I'm starting this. Sorry, Colette, I'm done. So a sticky note on your blitz cards when you are handing them out, like you put it this, and you hand it to someone, and you just say, hey, like, write your number and your name down really quick, and I'll put that in my drawing for my weekly wraps. Or you can have, if you do weekly parties like Stephanie are doing, have the information on a sticky note on your blitz card and hand it to them so they know, like, that you have a weekly party or whatever. But Stephanie said she always gets their information on a sticky note because you follow up your blitzes. Anyways, I'm done. Stephanie, it's your turn.
Okay, did I do this right? Am I on now? Good. Okay, so Samantha did an amazing job of all the specifics. Just literally, Sam, as you were going, I was like, and check, she got it, and check, and check, and check, and check, and check. So she did like an amazing job of just giving you just information that you missed. So what I kind of want to do is just from a different perspective, because I'm a newbie. I've been in for like I don't know, like 6 or 7 weeks now. And so I just wanted to let you guys know, just as far as Colette kind of bringing up how he talked to people by their first names and how lucky we are to be in this company. I just want to let you guys know that it was my first event, and it just really caught me just in a really positive way about how they treat everyone and how we're all in this together. I have never been to any type of event, because I have been a teacher for like 10 years now. And I've never been to an event where they actually said, hey, everyone that has never made a sale or hasn't, done anything with the company yet, stand up. And we clapped for them. We like clapped them on. And so it's just exciting that no matter what, they have your back and they're really positive. I truly believe that negative thoughts lead to negative things and positive thoughts lead to positive things. And you co-create your world. And so as far as co-creation goes, I am super into the law of attraction. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but I'm super into what you give out is exactly what you put in. And all that you're missing is being on the same energy wavelength as what you want to receive. So as far as professional development, I'm reading a book right now because everybody keeps talking about intention. And the book is called, if you want to write it down, it's called The Power of Intention. Co-creating your world your way. And it's just, tips to co-creating the world that you want to see. And it's by Wayne Dyer. So it kind of just goes along with that. I just really I wanted to talk about the 7-7 rule. You really did get everything. So I think you're good. I just wanted to tell you guys, just from my perspective as a newbie, like how exciting it really is to be in this company, because you really are valued. And everybody has the same potential. I love when he said, you're all ambassador diamonds or whatever the highest one is. You just have to literally get there. Because after a couple months, I've hit Ruby, and it's just kind of like, I look at the next chart and it stresses me out. And I really think that what would help is, instead of, I need distributors, I need customers, it really is like Sam said, like Colette said, it's really about, I'm being selfish if I don't bring this to people, because I am that person that wished someone had blitzed me 12 months ago, 2 years ago, that I had this opportunity earlier. So as far as getting over yourself in the nicest way is, getting over it and just putting yourself out there to help as many people as possible, versus, I don't want to bother them. They might think I'm crazy if I walk up to them, truly. And just honestly, how exciting it is to be, to have these opportunities. Honestly, I was just telling Bree a couple days ago, I'm so stressed about wrap parties. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how to do them. And I just really think that, God, if that's what you believe, the universe like really brings to you what you are putting out, what you want. And just, on Friday, Sam came up to me. He's like, hey, do you want any wrap parties together? And it's an example of being positive and thinking positive and then getting those things back. So, because Sam got all the specifics, I think that's all I had to say.
And I love that. I love hearing your point of view as someone who's never been to an event, how that helped you, or what was your impression of all of it? What about, can you share with them about like the whole thing, the girls trip, the being with other girls, the relationships? What was your take on all that?
So my take on that obviously was just pure excitement. One thing I really loved is, I'm a product of the product to a certain point. I have, 6 or 7 things that I love, but just truly being around everyone and seeing like, okay, we're all using the fat tires. Everybody use the preventages. You just realize how much you need to use them, which is super cool. But honestly, I was in a sorority in college, and I haven't had that type of camaraderie and closeness until then. And I want you to know, coming from that standpoint, this is honestly even better than a sorority. We hold each other up more. We support each other more. We mentor each other more, help each other more. there's truly no better place to be in this, because it was exciting just to see how everybody was willing to, even help me. Little things on the side. I would ask random things to people and they were just so willing to help. And for anybody that you're talking to that's maybe a potential distributor, it's really important to truly stress, hey, this isn't just a company for me. This isn't just how I make some money. It's actually transformed my life. I'm a happier, more positive person, and I have happier and more positive people around me, and they lift me up. And that's for me personally, I was overwhelmed with the love and how much I felt cared for and how much I felt supported. So it was absolutely positive.
Awesome. Thank you. What I love about this entire thing is, at the end of the day, every single one of us does have the opportunity, as long as we don't quit. If you quit, you're just limiting yourself of your success, because if you don't quit, you eventually will get to the top. So Sherilyn Akala, she was sharing with us her story, and she said that on Instagram, she scrolled and scrolled and scrolled, but she never once liked or commented on any of the posts about It Works. And she's like, but I was watching, and people are watching you. So don't get discouraged when you're like, no one's liked, no one's commented. She is an ambassador with the company, and she was watching, never liked, never commented. Let's see. They stressed, get on the products and get results, turn them into corporate so that you can have your own results and share with your potentials. And so I kind of started, and they said, do you realize that if you do 8 wraps, you can do 8 wraps in a month? That's 2 treatments, and you can have insane results in less than 30 days. And because that's like in 24 days. So I wrapped today, and I am doing 8 wraps in 30 days. And I'm excited to see what my results are. A great way to explain the loyal customer program, or if they ever say, oh my gosh, 3 months. Well, if I go to Target 3 months in a row, I'm not getting wholesale price. I'm still paying full price. So all you have to do is order 1 product a month for 3 months, and you get wholesale price from the beginning, and you get 10% perks points. But you won't get that from Walmart. You won't get that from Target or Costco. So the other thing they said was, this is a personal development plan with a compensation plan attached. This is a personal development plan with a compensation plan attached. It's 80% mindset. Everyone will say that they want it, but most won't get it. So this is all about deciding, committing, and saying, this time I'm going to do it. And just continue over and over again to commit that this is what you're going to do. And I think what it comes down to is personal development. It comes down to personal development, that when you're discouraged, you reach to personal development and recommit again that day, every single day. I'm so grateful that I took that trip. We had a road trip. We had a lot of fun, and it was fast and furious, but it was awesome. And I'm so glad that I went. I have more new friends. I've gotten to know the team even better, the ones that I hadn't met in person. And I loved every minute of it. I did. And so if there's any other events that you can go on to the corporate website and check them out, I suggest that you go do that. Go see if there's any in your area. If you can, get to Green Carpet. It's June 22nd to 24th, I believe. Yeah. And there's lots of people on our team that are going. You can share rooms. Registration's really, really cheap. It's just getting there and sharing a room. So, you guys, any thoughts, questions, comments? We have 6 minutes. I don't know if it'll be on pay-per-view, Taz. I'm not sure. That's a great question. Was it last year? I don't remember. Okay, if it was last year, then I would imagine that they would do it again this year, but they'll probably hold off on announcing it because they want everyone to purchase tickets if they can. But green carpet is just like conference, just shorter and cheaper. So, but it's on the beach. It is not in Tampa. It's amazing. So if you can, try to get there. Anything else? No? Okay, guys. Thank you for hopping on. Why don't you go on to Dare to Dream and please share your ahas on Dare to Dream. Share what you gained from this bootcamp recap and let people know what they missed out on. But thank you for joining in and have a great night.